Have you ever considered wanting to start your own business, but you never did? Yeah, there was always reasons why. There was always some pushback, some negativity. I don't know if I can do it. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 6 key steps to starting your own business. 6 key steps. Stay tuned, you'll be surprised. First of all, what do you know about starting your own business? Do you know how much work it's going to be? Do you know how much rigor it is? Do you know how many pushbacks, how many times you're going to get the door slammed in your face? Do you know how many times you're going to be told no? You know how many businesses fail? Only thing we hear about is one that succeed. It's really, really tough. So key things you need to keep in mind is, look, when you go to your office now and you work for somebody else, there's a general manager, somebody in charge of sales, there's a commercial team, there's a legal team, there's an execution team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I'm getting at. From the beginning, in most small business, you're wearing multiple hats. Multiple hats. So you can't just, hey, somebody else is taking over that role now. It's not my responsibility anymore. You as a business owner have to stay with this, as we all call, from cradle to grave. So from the very, very beginning to the very end, it's your baby. You can't turn over to anybody else. It's your business. It's not anybody else's business. Maybe have your name on the front door or your logo there on your shirt. So whatever happens, it comes back to you. You can't say it's legal. Can't say it's X, Y, and Z. It's yours. So if this is something that you're excited about, that you wake up in the morning thinking about and you really want to do it, you got to educate yourself. You got to prepare yourself, because very quickly into the journey, all of the glitter and glam will burn off, okay? Then it's into the trenches. Then it's getting up every day Friday. Then it's putting in 12-hour days. Then it's putting in the weekends, the Sundays, the holidays. It's a lot of effort. It can be very, very rewarding. So I'm not telling you don't do it, but you got to be ready. There's no pie in the sky here that all of a sudden one day you're going to be a millionaire. Most millionaires who made it through their own business had failed at one point. Okay, so you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. So let's think about salary-wise, right? Most small businesses right now, the people who start up, they're making anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 for the first couple of years. Once they're better established, then they can make 60, 70, 80,000. So unless you have this fantastic business model, you got customers lined up and they're ready to go because you found some niche business, don't think you're going to get rich over there. It probably might take a couple steps back from what you're currently making, possibly, and then you grow it. But then at some point, you can excel beyond the point where you are now. So that's the benefit of it. If you're working for a company, oftentimes you're locked into a field or zone, a structure around salaries where you can't exceed. You might be able to get a bonus, some other place you can get stock option, but normally they're pretty much fixed until you get to the very upper echelon and they make tons of money and everybody else is making. But if you own your own business, the sky's the limits, right? As hard as you want to work, some luck out there. But how do you want to work, put the dedication in, put the effort in, you can exceed or excel way further than what you're currently making. So step number 1 into starting your own business, have a concept. And your concept needs to be based on fixing a problem. You got to find a problem. If you just want to have the next ice cream shop and there's 10 ice cream shops over there, unless you have some crazy idea about ice cream, how you can flip the world upside down back with your new ice cream, then so be it. There's a bunch of different, ice cream shops out there. As an example, when Cold Stone came out, it was news. It was fantastic. Everybody jumped on. I've seen Starbucks. Starbucks jumped out there, and it's still coffee, but the way they set it up, the atmosphere, you walk into the stores with the smell, the music, the chairs, the internet, it's fantastic. So if you have a concept like that, have a vision like that where you can do something similar with an already existing product, go for it, because there's a market for it, right? Someone's already done the market and says someone's already done an analysis saying, people are going to drink so many cups of coffee a day no matter what. Best astronaut, they're going to drink coffee. People want to eat ice cream in the summertime, et cetera, et cetera. So, but for you, if you're starting something new, you need to have some idea. You need to, my idea is be fixing a problem, creating a solution, a better mousetrap, something faster, stronger, better, tastes different, looks great, something, right? But the key is have an idea of what you want to do. Just don't go out thinking, I'm going to start the business and you have no idea. You haven't been able to articulate it on paper, write it down, so somebody else can look at that piece of paper and say, hey, yeah, I get that. It makes sense. But if it's just up here, you can't get it down, how can you explain to somebody else? Because you won't be able to do it all by yourself if you need some help. So get it from here onto a piece of paper that makes sense. It's number one. And number two, if you have a skill set, something you're already good at, something you're already passionate about, try to roll that into your idea, into your concept for your business. It's no need reinventing the wheel. If it's something you're very good at from the very beginning and you like doing it, so now it's not work. It's, it's my career. It's my habit. It's everything that I get engaged with every day on a daily basis. So roll that into it, and that will help you a lot too. That's number two. Number three, try to figure out if there's a need, right? Try to post a neighborhood, try to post a location. You just can't take your business put anywhere. Even if it's online, you still need to do your research with Google or Facebook or wherever you're going to go to make sure there's a need for it. So you need to put something in the water, a piece of bait, and see if you get any nibbles. And if you get a bunch of nibbles and you're going in the right direction, if you don't get anything, why spend the money on trying to develop something that the industry or, the consumers don't want? So beta test it, throw it out there first before you take all of your hard-earned money and invest into a business that you're not sure if it's going to work or not. In your mind, you might think it's the greatest thing since, sliced bread. But then there's also the consumer on the other side who's thinking, no, I like my bread that I have now, and I don't want to get involved with some new bread. Number four, so after you've done your research and you pulse the market and you pulse the industry, you might need to make some adjustments to your product offering or to your location or to your color scheme, your branding. Make sure it works. Make sure you've done the right thing. Just because you feel it in your heart, it should be a certain way. Hey, look, it's business, guys. So you need to figure out what the consumers want. How do they feel about it? And will they buy it? When we started this conversation off, we said you wanted to start a business. We didn't say you wanted to start, social group. You want to start a business. That means you're going to have customers. That means you're going to meet customers' demands. That means you're going to have to be flexible enough to give the customer. Now, some people might say, hey, the customers don't know what they want. 9 times out of 10, they do know what they want and they know what they like. So you need to find that niche of what you can provide and what they like and still make a profit. Number 5, build that business plan. Build it out. Make sure it's robust. Have a coach or someone, a tax attorney, an accountant, someone take a look at it and make sure it's sound. Because you might need to take this business plan and go to the bank for some funding. You might need to take it to some of your friends and say, hey, look, can you guys invest in this with me? But you want it to be sound enough where you don't take all of your hard-earned savings and dump it into something that doesn't work. Spend some time on a robust business plan. I put in a couple books that you can read that I've read over the years. It's been very, very helpful. But you need to educate yourself on building a business, and you need to surround yourself around a bunch of people that have been successful already. Listen to them. Okay. Number 6, and the big thing is launch day. That's a big thing. The pressure's off, but that's when the race round starts, right? Everything before then is all training, getting your muscles ready, getting your mind ready to go. Okay, the brain, blah, 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 blah. Kickoff day. Now, that's when you go. And now it's not a sprint anymore. Now it's a marathon. It's redundancy over and over and over again. You got to make sure your mind is ready, your body's ready, because this is where the uphill thing starts, right? You might go downhill, you might take off for the sprint. Sooner or later, you're going to hit a bump in the road. There are going to be some things that you didn't plan for. There's going to be some setbacks. Every business had them, so don't think the world's out against you because you had a couple setbacks. Keep going, persevere, reflect, measure, check everything again, and keep going. Just keep going. You get yourself in a situation where you say, I can't fail. This has got to work. I put everything in it. And now maybe the way you started, you were going A, B, C. Maybe you had to pivot a little bit to D, E, F, G, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you have to pivot, but be ready to pivot. Be flexible, okay? Don't be so stern that you won't move at all, because you need to move. You need to figure out what's working. Now, if you think it's working, keep it going. Don't change it. Just go with it, right? Everything takes time. So look, I'm excited for you. I like anybody who takes the initiative, say, and I'll say it's the American way. If you got a feeling, you got a strength, and you want to do better for yourself, get out there and do it. No one's going to come to your house and knock on the door and say, here's a business for you. You got to go get it yourself. You got to surround yourself with positive people. You got to surround yourself with smart people. And you got to be around people who've done it before. Don't try to reinvent the wheel by yourself. Get engaged in, in social groups. Get engaged with, some of the face-to-face brick and mortar, Chamber of Commerce. There's a bunch of different places that you can go that will help you with your business. But you got to get engaged. You can't sit in your room and try to do it all by yourself. Get out there. Look, I know tons of places that you can talk to. I know tons of websites. This is something that you'd like to have a private session with me. Please go to my website, click on the box below for a 45 minutes or 1 hour discussion. It's free. I'm not trying to charge you anything. What I'm trying to figure out, if there's a need that we can work together or not. If there's a need, if there's a way, then we do it. If not, we don't do it. We keep moving. But I still would like to have that 1 hour conversation with you just to pick your brain. You can pick my brain. And maybe I can help you. Maybe I can't. Maybe you can help me. You never know. So let's give it a go. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.